The boxing world was left in stunned silence when news broke that the highly anticipated super fight between Jesse Bam Rodriguez and Junto Nakatani had collapsed at the negotiation stage with explosive allegations emerging from Team Rodriguez that sent shock waves through the sport. According to multiple insiders familiar with the failed talks, what was supposed to be a marquee matchup between two undefeated champions in their absolute primes fell apart due to what Bam's promoter Eddie Hearn bluntly characterized as Nakatani running away from the challenge. The proposed bout, which was being lined up for Riyadh season in late 2025, would have pitted WBC WBO super flyweight king Rodriguez against WBC IBF bantamweight titleized Nakatani in a rare cross division clash between fighters, both ranked in the pound-for-pound top 10. Hearn's incendiary comments about Nakatani avoiding a fight have ignited fierce debate about whether this represents legitimate fight avoidance or simply strategic career management from the Japanese star's camp. Behind the scenes, the negotiations unfolded at breakneck speed when Saudi boxing chief Turki Al-Sheikh presented the fight as a take-it-or-leave-it immediate offer, requiring same-day confirmation. Rodriguez, the 25-year-old phenom from Texas, reportedly accepted the challenge within minutes without hesitation, demonstrating his reputation as one of boxing's most fearless young champions. Nakatani's team, led by veteran manager Rudy Hernandez, ultimately declined the opportunity, citing their fighter plan move up to super bantamweight and a looming mandatory title defense. This decision sparked Hearn's now infamous Nakatani ran from BAM accusation during an interview with Boxing Scene, a comment that has since gone viral and polarized the boxing community. The Matchroom boxing promoter doubled down on his stance, emphasizing that true champions should jump at opportunities to face elite competition, regardless of timing or external circumstances. Nakatani's camp has vehemently denied any suggestion of avoidance, with trainer Hernandez providing context about their long-term career trajectory. The 26-year-old Japanese star is reportedly preparing for a super bantamweight debut this fall ahead of a potential career-defining showdown with Naoya Inoue in 2026, a fight that would likely take place at Tokyo Dome in what could become the biggest all-Jap boxing event in history. Hernandez argued that disrupting these carefully laid plans for a risky catchweight bout against Rodriguez would be poor career management, especially when the Inoue fight represents significantly greater financial and legacy rewards. Hernandez told Ring Magazine, "Junto has never avoided anyone, but we have a championship path mapped out that leads straight to a new way, and that's where our focus must remain." This strategic positioning has drawn both criticism and understanding from different quarters of the boxing world. The contrasting career approaches of these two young champions have become a focal point of debate among boxing analysts. Rodriguez 22-0-15 KOs has built his reputation on taking dangerous fights early and often having already captured world titles in two weight classes before age 25, with victories over elite competition like Shrizat Sorungvazai and Sonny Edwards. His aggressive matchmaking philosophy aligns perfectly with Hearn's promotional style, creating a fighter-promoter synergy that constantly pushes for the biggest possible challenges. Nakatani 27-0-20 KOs, while equally accomplished with titles in two divisions, has followed a more traditional Japanese boxing trajectory, methodically climbing the ranks with calculated risk assessment under the guidance of TKIN Promotions. This cultural and promotional divide in approaching career development has arguably contributed as much to the failed negotiations as any alleged avoidance. Financial realities also played a significant role in the collapse of negotiations. According to industry sources familiar with both sides, the Saudi offer, while substantial, reportedly couldn't compete with the potential earnings from Nakatani's planned Tokyo Dome showdown with Inoue, which Japanese boxing insiders estimate could generate upwards of $10 million for the challenger. Additionally, the Rodriguez fight would have required Nakatani to either drain himself, making 115 pounds, or force Bam to move up to 118, creating unfavorable conditions for the Japanese star. Either way, Rodriguez's team has countered these arguments by pointing to their fighters' willingness to meet at any weight, with Hearn emphasizing that true champions should be willing to make sacrifices for legacy-defining fights. This philosophical divide between prioritizing ideal conditions versus taking fights at any cost has become central to the ongoing debate. The boxing public's reaction to the failed negotiations has been sharply divided along geographical lines, with Western fans largely siding with Rodriguez's aggressive call-out and Japanese supporters defending Nakatani's strategic patience. Social media has become a battleground for these opposing viewpoints, with hashtag Nakatan trending globally in boxing circles following Hearn's comments. American boxing analysts have overwhelmingly supported Rodriguez's position, citing boxing's long tradition of champions seeking out the toughest challenges regardless of circumstances. Meanwhile, Japanese boxing journalists have argued that Nakatani's methodical approach mirrors that of his countryman Naino, who similarly built his career through careful matchmaking before exploding onto the global stage. Promotional politics may represent the most significant unspoken factor in the negotiation breakdown, according to several industry veterans interviewed. For this story, Rodriguez is aligned with Matchroom Boxing and Dunn, while Nakatani fights under the Tikken Promotions banner with ties to Amazon Prime in Japan and ESPN Plus in America. These competing business interests create inherent obstacles to making fights, as each promotional entity naturally prioritizes building their own stars rather than risking them against rival stablemates. Veteran matchmaker Sean Gibbons noted, when you add in the cross-platform, cross-continent complexities, it's amazing any big fights get made at all these days. This reality has led many observers to question whether Hearn's public accusations were partly designed to pressure Nakatani's team into reconsidering down the line the potential stylistic